The first sign was a faint ripple across the sky, subtle, almost imperceptible, like a heat wave shimmering over a desert. Then, as dusk bled into night, the horizon cracked open in a blinding cascade of blue light. A massive shape emerged from the atmosphere, silently settling into Earth's orbit. From the vantage point of a lonely outpost in the Australian outback, Captain Lena Moreno stared through her binoculars, heart pounding. The fleet was unlike anything humanity had ever seen. Ships the size of mountains, their hulls shimmering with an eerie metallic sheen that seemed to absorb the stars themselves. "Earth, meet the Zarkthar," the voice in her ear crackled. "They're here for the resources. All of them." The world had known this day was coming. For decades, humans had watched the stars, aware that their own reckless consumption had made Earth a beacon for scavengers across the galaxy. But the Zarkthar's arrival was not just a raid. It was an invasion. The Empire had grown hungry and desperate, and Earth was the prize at the center of their hunger. Lena's unit was among the first responders, though responders was a generous term. The UN forces were ill-prepared, their technology primitive compared to the alien juggernaut. The Zarkthar deployed drones first, sleek and deadly, harvesting minerals and gases with terrifying efficiency. They stripped entire mountainsides in hours, turning lush forests into barren wastelands. But humanity wasn't ready to surrender. The first skirmish erupted over the Siberian tundra, where the Zarkthar mining vessels clashed with hastily mobilized human fighters. Laser blasts lit the sky like fireworks, but the difference in firepower was stark. One human ship against a dozen alien drones, a slaughter. Yet, even in defeat, the humans fought with a desperate courage that surprised their enemies. "Their resilience," said Dr. Kiran Malik, a xenobiologist watching from the Global Command Center, "is something we did not expect. There is something in their spirit that defies logic." As the Zarkthar pushed deeper, they encountered more than resistance. Strange phenomena began to manifest. Electromagnetic storms disrupting their communications. Strange pulses of energy knocking out entire sectors of their mining arrays. The Earth itself seemed to fight back. Lena's squad was sent to investigate a remote anomaly in the Amazon basin, where satellite images showed a massive, pulsating energy source. What they found was beyond comprehension, a vast underground network of crystalline formations, resonating with an ancient power. The crystals pulsed with a rhythm that felt almost alive, and as Lena touched one, a sharp jolt shot through her. That night, as the alien fleet regrouped, their leaders convened in cold, shadowed chambers aboard their command ship. Reports of sabotage and mysterious failures flooded in. The Earth was more than just a rock teeming with resources. It was a fortress, with secrets hidden deep beneath its surface. The Zarkthar commander, a towering figure named Vraxthal, stared at a holographic map of Earth. "We came to harvest to conquer," he growled, "but this planet will cost us more than it's worth." Back on the surface, Lena's squad transmitted a warning. The Earth's resistance was evolving, and somewhere in the depths of the planet, a power was awakening, one that could change the fate of the war. The stakes were clear. The invaders believed they held the advantage, but Earth's defenders held something no one else did, a bond to the planet itself, and a will to fight that would not be broken. As dawn broke over the scarred landscapes, the war for Earth's soul was only beginning. The glow of the underground crystals lingered in Lena Moreno's mind like a haunting melody she couldn't shake. Back at their makeshift base, deep within the Amazon jungle, her squad remained on high alert, every sense strained to its limit. The jungle, once a place of life and vibrant color, now felt alien, as if the planet itself was watching. Satellite imagery confirmed that the Zarkthar's operations were faltering. Mines that had once spewed plumes of toxic dust into the sky now lay dormant, while communication arrays buzzed with static. Reports came in of entire mining complexes being incapacitated by inexplicable power failures. "It's the crystals," Lena told Kiran Malik over a secure channel, her voice low with urgency. "They're not just energy sources. They're alive somehow. The Earth is fighting back." Malik's voice was tinged with disbelief, but laced with excitement. "If what you say is true, This could be a game changer. We need to understand how to harness that power, or at least protect it. But time was running out. The Zarkthar were regrouping, and their frustration was growing. High above Earth, Vraxthal's command ship pulsed with restless energy. The alien commander's eyes, black and unblinking, scanned through data streams with mounting fury. "We will not be defeated by a planet," he hissed. "Our empire depends on this conquest. Increase the deployment of ground forces. Flush out these anomalies." Below, Zarkthar soldiers poured onto Earth's surface in waves, their massive war machines tearing through forests and cities alike. Yet wherever they moved, the ground itself seemed to resist. Entire swaths of terrain shifted unpredictably, massive fissures splitting the soil, electromagnetic pulses knocking out their weapons. One Zarkthar patrol vanished, without a trace in the Rockies. Theories abounded. Was it an ambush or something else? Lena and her squad moved cautiously toward a new anomaly in the Rocky Mountains, a site where the planet's energy seemed to pulse strongest. They were joined by a small contingent of scientists and engineers, desperate to unravel the mystery before the aliens could destroy it. As they descended into a cavern beneath the mountains, the air hummed with a low, resonant frequency. The walls glittered with crystalline veins, their light ebbing and flowing like a heartbeat. Lena's comm crackled. "Captain, you need to see this," Malik's voice urged. The scientists gathered around a holographic display. The crystals were connected in a vast subterranean network, responding to external stimuli, even adapting to interference. It was as if the planet had an intelligence, a consciousness buried beneath millennia of stone. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A low rumble grew into a violent quake, throwing the team off balance. Outside, the sky tore open as Zarkthar war machines descended, weapons blazing. But the crystals flared. A brilliant surge of light burst from the cavern, knocking several machines off balance. The ground beneath the aliens ruptured, swallowing entire units. Lena's squad fought through the chaos, pushing deeper into the cave. And there, at its heart, they found it, a colossal crystal formation, towering and radiant, pulsing with raw power. As Lena approached, the crystal sent out a wave of energy that coursed through her veins, filling her with a fierce clarity and strength unlike anything she had known. She felt a connection, a bond to the earth itself. "We aren't just fighting for survival," she whispered. "We are part of something greater." But the Zarkthar were not finished. On board the command ship, Vraxthal clenched his fists. "Prepare the Terramorpher," he commanded, a device capable of reshaping the planet's surface, designed to crush any resistance. If the planet fought back, he would crush it harder. As the war escalated, humanity's hope depended on the awakening power beneath their feet, a power that could turn the tide, but at a cost no one yet understood. The battle for Earth was no longer just about resources. It was about survival, and the awakening of a force that might destroy both invaders and defenders alike. The silence before the storm was deafening. Deep within the heart of the Amazon, Lena Moreno's squad secured their position around the colossal crystal, now pulsing with a strange, almost sentient glow. Every pulse seemed to echo through the bones of the planet, as if the Earth itself was alive, breathing, watching, waiting. Meanwhile, high above in orbit, the Zarkthar command ship was a hive of cold, calculated fury. Vraxthal's jaw tightened as he surveyed the reports flooding in. Mining operations crippled, patrols disappearing, and mysterious energy surges that disrupted their technology. The Earth was no mere prize. It was a living weapon. "Deploy the Terramorpher," Vraxthal ordered, voice like grinding steel. "We will reshape this planet to our will, or burn to ashes." The Terramorpher was unlike any weapon humanity or the Zarkthar had ever seen. A colossal device, suspended in orbit, designed to manipulate the very crust of a planet, triggering massive quakes, volcanic eruptions, and terrain reshaping on a planetary scale. Its destructive potential was apocalyptic. Back on Earth, the first tremors shook the jungle. Trees bent and cracked, and the ground heaved violently, swallowing chunks of forest whole. Lena gritted her teeth, trying to keep her squad steady. Terramorpher in action, Malik's voice confirmed over the comm, "We don't have much time." Lena glanced at the glowing crystal. It was reacting, its light flickering wildly, almost like a heartbeat racing with fear or fury. The Earth was fighting back, but the terramorpher was hurting it, too. Suddenly, the cavern walls began to shift. Massive crystalline structures broke free, sliding and grinding against each other as the planet trembled. From the depths, a low growl vibrated through the air, primal and terrifying. Lena's squad raised their weapons as shadows stirred in the darkness. Then, from the crystal labyrinth, gigantic creatures emerged. Towering beings made of living stone and crystal, their eyes glowing with fierce intelligence. The Earth's defenders had awoken. The battle erupted instantly. The stone giants charged the alien war machines, smashing them with earth-shattering blows. The jungle around them was torn apart in the chaos, but the invaders were overwhelmed. Above, the Zarkthar scrambled to respond. Vraxthal unleashed his aerial fleets, but the stone beings adapted, their crystalline bodies reflecting and absorbing energy blasts. Every assault only seemed to make them stronger. Lena fought alongside the giants, feeling the crystal energy coursing through her veins, amplifying her strength and reflexes. The connection was overwhelming. She could feel the pulse of the planet, the pain, and the fury. "Captain, this is Malik," crackled the comm. "We've intercepted the terramorpher's core sequence. If we can disable it, we might stop the destruction. But it's heavily shielded. We'll need a strike team." Lena nodded grimly. "Then we'll give them the opening they need." As the battle raged, she led a small team to the nearest Zarkthar command outpost, navigating the war-torn landscape. The air was thick with smoke and the cries of battle, but their resolve was unshakable. Inside the alien facility, Lena's team fought through waves of guards, pushing toward the heart of the terramorpher's control systems. The technology was alien, cold, sleek, and brutal, but with the crystal energy enhancing their bodies, the humans moved faster, fought harder. Just as they reached the core, an alarm blared. Vraxthal's voice echoed through the corridors. "You will not stop the terramorpher. Earth will be ours, or it will be no one's." Lena placed a charge on the core. "Not today," she said, sprinting back through the collapsing facility as the explosion ripped through the structure. Outside, the ground shuddered violently, but the terramorpher's power flickered and died. The tremor slowed, the quakes lessened. The Earth sighed, a heavy breath of relief. The stone giants let out triumphant roars, and Lena felt the planet's pulse steady beneath her feet. But victory came at a cost. The destruction had unleashed something older, deeper, an ancient force buried beneath the crust, awakened by the chaos. As the dust settled, Lena's comm crackled again, this time with a chilling message from Vraxthal. "This war is far from over. You have only delayed the inevitable." The war for Earth's future was entering a new, darker phase, one that would test the limits of humanity, the planet, and the mysterious power that bound them both. The explosion in the Zarkthar command outpost sent shockwaves through the jungle, but far below the surface, the real danger stirred. The terramorpher may have been disabled for now, but the damage it inflicted had torn open a veil between worlds, awakening something ancient and terrible. Lena's squad regrouped near the crystal cavern, but the atmosphere was charged with unease. The once vibrant glow of the crystals now flickered erratically, as if signaling a warning. Malik studied the readings on his portable scanner, face pale. "We've triggered a resonance," Malik explained, voice tight. "Something beneath the planet, far older than any of us imagined. This entity has been dormant for eons." Lena swallowed hard. What kind of entity? Before Malik could answer, the ground beneath them quaked violently. Trees snapped, and the jungle seemed to convulse like a living beast in agony. Suddenly, the earth cracked open in a massive chasm, and from its depths rose a colossal shadow, a titanic being covered in ancient, rune-like markings glowing faintly blue. Its eyes blazed with an intelligence both alien and eternal. It was neither stone nor flesh, but something beyond human comprehension, an ancient guardian of the planet itself, awakened by the war raging above. The creature's voice echoed in the minds of everyone nearby, deep, resonant, and terrifyingly calm. You have awoken me, children of Earth and invaders alike. Your war desecrates my home. Lena felt a cold shiver run down her spine. The planet was alive in ways she had never dreamed. This was no mere battle for resources. This was a reckoning. The ancient guardian raised a massive arm, and the jungle around them responded. Trees twisted and grew at impossible speeds, roots bursting from the soil to entangle the alien war machines still struggling in the distance. The Zarkthar troops faltered, caught in the sudden onslaught of nature itself. Vraxthal's fleet circled overhead, weapons blazing, but the Guardian raised a hand. A pulse of energy surged outward, disrupting their ships and forcing them into retreat. We seek balance, the Guardian continued. Your conquest threatens the very fabric of this world. Cease your destruction, or face oblivion. Lena stepped forward, her voice steady despite the awe and fear gripping her. We fight to protect this world, and to protect humanity. We don't want to destroy it. The Guardian's eyes softened slightly. Then you must prove it. The war you wage feeds the wounds of the earth. Heal these wounds, or all will be lost. As the Guardian slowly retreated beneath the earth, it left behind a single message etched into the air, shimmering like a ghost. The earth chooses its defenders. Back at the Global Command Center, the revelation rocked humanity to its core. Governments, scientists, and military leaders scrambled to understand the implications, that the planet itself was an active participant in the conflict. The Zarkthar, shaken but unbowed, intensified their assaults, desperate to complete their harvest before the ancient force could reclaim the surface. Lena, now bonded with the planet's energy and guided by the Guardian's warning, became humanity's reluctant envoy. She knew the path forward was fraught with peril, not just from the alien invaders, but from the awakening power deep beneath the ground. As Earth braced for the next phase of the war, Lena and her team raced to unlock the secrets of the Crystal Network, hoping to harness the planet's might before it overwhelmed them all. But lurking in the shadows, Vraxthal plotted anew. If the Earth chose its defenders, he would become the force that broke them. The war for Earth's soul was far from over, and the next move would determine the fate of all life, human and alien alike. The world was changed, not just by the scars of war, but by the awakening of a power humanity barely understood, and the looming shadow of the Zarkthar Empire, relentless in its hunger. Captain Lena Moreno found herself at the center of a fragile alliance. Governments once fractured by mistrust, now united under a single banner, survival. And yet, the true enemy was no longer just the alien invaders. It was the delicate balance of the Earth itself. In a covert meeting beneath the ruins of a shattered city, Lena faced representatives from every corner of the globe, alongside scientists and even unexpected emissaries, defectors from the Zarkthar ranks. One such defector, a lithe, pale-skinned alien named Sirkan, stepped forward with an urgent warning. Vraxthal's empire is fracturing. Many of us fear his recklessness. The terramorpher nearly destroyed everything. If we do not act, we will all perish. Lena regarded Sirkan carefully. Why should we trust you? Because we share a fate, Sirkan replied. The Earth's power is beyond any of us. We must work together, human and alien, or lose everything. The room buzzed with tension, but the message was clear. Survival meant new alliances and unexpected betrayals. Meanwhile, Vraxthal seethed in his command ship. The defection of Sirkan was a wound, but worse was the growing strength of the Earth's defenders, the stone giants, the awakened power, and the humans bonded with the crystals. Determined to crush the resistance, Vraxthal unleashed his most terrifying weapon yet, a colossal biomechanical behemoth, engineered to tear through the planet's defenses and extinguish the Guardian's influence. Lena's team scrambled to prepare. Using the ancient crystal network, they coordinated a desperate defense, channeling the Earth's energy to bolster their strength. The bond with the planet was growing stronger, but so was the threat. The battle erupted in the shattered remains of what had once been a sprawling metropolis. The biomechanical behemoth roared, its massive limbs crushing buildings and Earth alike. Human and Zarkthar soldiers fought side by side, united against the common threat. Lena moved with the flow of the battle, her senses heightened by the crystal energy. She knew the key to victory lay not in brute force, but in understanding the balance the Guardian had spoken of. With Sir Khan's help, Lena located the heart of the behemoth, a glowing core pulsating with stolen crystal energy. They launched a daring assault, fighting through waves of alien guards and robotic defenses. As they reached the core, Lena focused the planet's energy through her, sending a pulse that shattered the core in a brilliant explosion. The behemoth staggered and fell, its reign of destruction ending in a deafening crash. But the victory was bittersweet. The terramorpher had destabilized the planet's crust beyond repair, and the ancient Guardian's presence was growing more restless. In a final message, the Guardian warned, "The war has awoken forces you cannot control. The Earth's fury is coming. Prepare." As the skies darkened with storm clouds and the ground trembled beneath them, Lena knew the greatest battle was yet to come, one not just for resources or survival, but for the very soul of Earth. Dark storm clouds churned above the battered planet as Lena Moreno stood at the edge of a deep fissure, the Earth's glowing veins pulsing beneath her feet. The ancient Guardian's warning echoed through her mind. The Earth's fury is coming. The war had moved beyond armies and weapons. The planet itself was fighting back with terrifying power. Volcanic eruptions tore across continents, earthquakes shattered cities, and massive storms swept across the globe. The balance the Guardian demanded was violently restoring itself. High above, the remnants of the Zarkthar fleet clashed with combined human and defector alien forces, desperate to escape the planet's growing wrath. Vraxthal's command ship loomed like a dark omen, his empire crumbling beneath the weight of Earth's fury and rebellion within his ranks. Lena, now fully bonded with the planet's crystalline network, led a final mission to confront Vraxthal directly. She knew that destroying the alien commander was essential, but more important was to find a way to end the cycle of violence threatening all life on Earth. Descending into the volcanic chasm where the Guardian's power was strongest, Lena and her team confronted Vraxthal in a brutal showdown. The alien's cold, towering form radiated fury and desperation. "You think you can control the Earth?" Vraxthal snarled. "This planet will be ours, or it will be destroyed." Lena raised her hand, crystal energy flowing through her veins like wildfire. "Earth is not yours to conquer. It's alive, and it chooses its defenders." The battle was fierce, their powers clashing in blinding flashes of light and shadow. But Lena's bond with the Guardian and the planet's force proved stronger. She channeled the Earth's fury, not to destroy, but to heal, to restore the delicate balance the Zarkthar had shattered. With a final surge, Vraxthal was overwhelmed, his empire broken. The command ship shattered and fell, trailing fire into the abyss. As silence settled, the ancient Guardian emerged once more, its immense form radiant and calm. "You have honored the Earth's trust," it intoned. "Now heal her wounds. Protect her future." In the days that followed, humanity and the defectors worked together to rebuild, not just cities, but their relationship with the planet. The crystal network pulsed gently, a constant reminder that Earth was alive, watching, and always ready to defend itself. Lena stood beneath the vast open sky, feeling the steady pulse of the planet beneath her feet. They had come for Earth's resources, but in the end, they had lost their empire instead. And Earth, eternal and unyielding, had won.